So, do you love America? Do you want to defend it? Do you love God? The answer for me to those three questions is, of course, yes. But I'm concerned about America. I said that yesterday in my post, and I'm even more concerned today as a result of yesterday's post. If you've been with me this week, we've been talking about this mystery, this model, this gem, this wisdom of the cross, about how it teaches us and why Christ mounted a cross instead of something else on which to suffer and die on. It teaches us something fundamentally essential to life, which we're missing today, and this is dangerous, about how we live in the both and. The cross has a lateral and vertical, and the two intersect. They're not separate. Remember, Christ's head and heart, wisdom, is right there where they intersect. So we live in both and, not either or. And this is an essential thing to understand and to live, because it's a matter of life and death, the matter of whether America could be destroyed or not. If you correct someone, let's say a parent corrects a child, okay, they correct the child. Does that mean that they hate the child? If a coach corrects or encourages or even yells at a player to get the best out of them, to correct them, does that mean he doesn't like them? He hates them? He's against them? No, it's both and. Because he loves them, the parent loves the child, because the coach cares about the player, he corrects them. We can criticize or correct somebody or something while still being for them. Because we criticize them doesn't mean we're against them. Do you understand now? Yesterday, I spoke about a specific aspect of how we're approaching this war in Ukraine. I did not criticize our being in the war. I did not soft pedal or defend in any way, shape, or form the great evil in Iran that must be eradicated in whatever way. I did not say anything against that. I did not say anything against Trump. Go back and listen. This is very important because I am steamed up about it, because it concerns me about America. It showed me yesterday how terribly locked in, paralyzed we are by thinking in both and, either or, thinking not in both and, thinking in either or, for and against categories. And the reason why this is dangerous, many reasons why, is because we're not listening to one another. Our brains are so morphed by this way of looking at things bipolar, either or. If I criticize this, that means he's against this or that. No. Is a parent against a kid if he corrects the kid or even punishes them, chastises them? Now, as the scripture says, the parent that chastises correctly the child loves that child. The parent that doesn't chastise them when need be does not love that child. It's both and. Because you love, because you're for something, you can and should criticize if it's going over a cliff, because you care about that thing. I care about our leadership succeeding. I care about our leadership having integrity, being honest. I care about America. I care about the world. I don't want to see death and destruction and war. And so if something is headed in the wrong direction that I care about, I'm going to correct it. But so many people responded as though I'm against Trump. I'm against America. How can I be soft-pedaling? How can I be actually like for this evil in Iran? How in the world can anyone have interpreted my words that way? I know how. And that's why I'm more concerned about America than ever before. I knew we were locked in, but I didn't know how deeply we were locked in to a bipolar approach to everything. I spoke about one specific thing. Why? Because that specific thing is a big mistake we're making that's going to endanger your life, my life, many people's lives in America. Now, in order to understand that, you have to understand a lot of things, especially history and who we're dealing with in the Middle East, which we don't understand. That's why it's becoming a quagmire. Oh, yes. I'm going to talk about this more on Monday because this is very important. I'm going to itemize this. And if you're going to watch, you better be ready, It's going to be very sobering. And you think I'm against Trump, I'm against the government, I'm for the Muslim regime, the radical. No, I'm trying to prepare you for that. What you're going to hear Monday is probably going to be very disturbing. And you have to put on your cross hat that something can be this and that at the same time. That what I will tell you on Monday is a criticism, a caution, because I care. Not because I'm against Trump, the government, America, and I'm for the enemy, I'm for the evil. Do you see what a problem this is? We don't listen. We don't listen to each other because we're so perched and ready to put the other person in an either or category. If he says this, that means he's one of them. It does not mean that at all, any more than a parent or coach who corrects the player or their child is against that child. They're for that child because they don't want them to go over a cliff. And sometimes people don't know they're going over a cliff. And what do? You say, well, I want to be for you, so I'm not going to correct you. I'm not going to say anything. You can go over that cliff because I'm nice and I'm for you. I don't want you to think I'm against you, because if I yell at you and say, hey, watch out, you're going over a cliff, you're going to think I don't like you. This is what we've come to. And many of you proved it yesterday. When I posted that yesterday, I did so with a certain fear and trepidation that there would be a either or bipolar response, and I would not be understood and condemned. I was hoping it wouldn't happen, but it did. And it did to the point that has me very concerned about America. If we don't get out of this either or bipolar approach to everything and everybody, and like I keep saying, and apply the cross, you think I'm just blowing smoke? This is the answer for a lot of reasons. I've been focusing on it for one particular reason that's very relevant today, especially with this war, that you have to look at things both and, not either or bipolar, for and against. That is going to actually harm us. It's going to be harmful to America, you and me, the whole world. Yet we can't seem to get out of it. If you love something, if you care, you will have the guts, the integrity to speak up and take the hits like me, being misjudged like me. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to speak out against what is wrong, even though I'm still for the thing I'm speaking about. I'm for our government. I'm for our nation. I'm for God. I'm for the people of God. And I'm for church teaching. I know many of you have a problem with the last two popes, especially when it comes to war. You think they're being soft and all that. When I speak about church teaching, I speak about just war theory. I'm speaking about the ancient teaching of the church, not the last two popes, the ancient teaching of the church. And you will only get from me at all times the true wisdom teaching of the church. I am committed to God's way as communicated and entrusted to the church. Never put me in a category of any kind of modernism, whimsicalism, nothing like that. If you listen, not bipolar, you listen both and, you will see that's true about me. I'm a Byzantine. Do you know anything about history? A Byzantine Catholic. Do you have any idea what our history has been with Islam? I'm the one that can tell you about it. Never doubt what I know, what I think about the evils that are contained in Islam, and especially its radical form. Not individual people who are Muslim. They could be the most beautiful people in the world. I know them. You probably know them too. We're not condemning people. We're condemning an ideology that is against God, against reality, against truth. Now, we'll continue to do that. However, if we're doing something wrong, I'm going to name it. Doesn't mean I'm against Trump. I'm against this. If we don't come out of this, it could mean the annihilation of America. Oh, we're so powerful. We got the big bombs, right? Keep boasting. We bombed. Look how much we bombed them. We're the mighty America. Oh, that is part of what's going to lead us to our demise. Are you ready for Monday? Can you take it? Can you put on your both and? Can you put on the cross? Can you put on the cross for once? Live in the both and right in here, because you're going to have to do that, because what I'm going to tell you Monday is going to be very sobering. Very sobering. And unless you put on the cross, you're going to totally misread me and misjudge me. But I have a message that is very, very important. It's about you, whether you live or die, or I live or die. Believe me, and I will prove that to you Monday. And if you don't understand that, know that right now, you better tune in. Because I'm talking reality here, people. I'm talking God, church, reality. I know what evil is. And I know how it can get into us and we don't even know it. One of the biggest evils we have in America is that we live and approach everything bipolar. It's a mental disorder. Live the cross and you'll find answers. You'll find protection. You'll find truth. You'll find peace on earth. Live the cross. I'm serious about this, people, if you haven't guessed. I'm not just saying something nice. Praise God, talk about the cross. Who cares about that? Let's talk about Trump. I'm talking about what God has presented to us as the answer. But we refuse to accept it. We're not listening. You better listen. And don't for a second think that America is so high and mighty that we're exempt and we're unapproachable, undefeatable. Because we are actually laying the seeds of our own defeat. And it will come fast. We'll be shocked because we think we're the mighty ones. But we're laying the seeds of our own demise, believe me. I'm not talking politics here, people. I'm talking God. I'm talking spirituality, which we divorced ourselves from. I'm warning Trump. I'm warning America that we're not using this, so we are hastening to our own demise. I know we can't believe that. Oh, because America's invincible, right? Because we got bombs. Look how we bombed them. Golly, we're so mighty. Oh, really? Wait till Monday. Wait till Monday. I hope you have the stomach for it. But remember one thing. What I'm going to say Monday is because I love America. I hate evil. I want evil out of this world. I know what evil is. I don't soft pedal it. You better be ready, because we're talking life and death here. You think I'm talking crazy? Tune in. Tell your friends to tune in and see. But you got to have a strong stomach. Mostly you got to have a strong faith and a strong sense of this. People, take me seriously about this. When I say we have to live in the both and, otherwise, there's not going to be an America. There's not going to be a you or me. There may not even be a world. Trust me, I'll prove it to you Monday. Do you have the stomach? We'll see.